Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Dr. Ramdi, number matric D73 I will begin our group project presentation with background of company. Since my group have 6 members, so we choose 6 company. So let me explain the background of each company. For the first company, Harn Len Corporation Bhd. Harn Len was established on 1st January 2000 and runs in plantation segment, which is operating the oil farm mills, processing fresh fruit bunch into create palm oil and palm kernel. And the group also do real property investment and operation. So for Hubline Bhd, Hubline was listed in Bursa Saham, listed as transportation and logistics sector, and the company involved in investment holding, which is English dry bulk shipping, logistics service, and flying academic aviation school and generation aviation service. So for HeaveaBoard Bhd, this company was incorporated in 1993 as a private company. Then the company convert to public company in 2004. It incorporate in same industry, which is industrial product and service. The company was run in manufacturing of particle board and investment holding. Next, for the whole Wah Genting Bhd, was started in 12 August 1993, and the major function of this company in the investment, holding, business and provision of management facilities, the production and trade of wire and cable, mold, power supply, cord set and cable accessible for electrical and computer appliance. This group has diverse into the healthcare related sector in dietary supplement, biotechnology, and the last one is health technology subsegment. For the FarIII company, which is named by Rapid Synergy Bhd. Rapid was listed on 13 March 1997 in Bursa Saham. Rapid is focused on manufacturing and diverse into the investment properties. Until now, Rapid is currently operating in 3 different sectors, which are investment holding, precious tools and food, and beverage. So for our last company, which is Industry Bhd. At first as a private company established on 26 November 1993. Then the company converted into public company in 16 February 1994, which is produce such as canned food, frozen food, soft canned foods, and drink products. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm going to present about MFRS 110 events after the reporting period for non-adjusting events. Okay, as for the first one is the outbreak of coronavirus disease 2019, also called as COVID-19. This type of events is one of the frequently reported in Annual Report 2019. It is because 2 out of 6 companies that we choose that have significant and subsequent events after reporting date have reported about this type of events. As we know, the pandemic of COVID-19 has affected both the global economy and local market. In Malaysia, on March 18, 2020 to March 12, 2020, the government placed the Movement Control Order (MCO) followed by the Conditional Movement Control Order (CMCO) till June 9, 2020. For Harn Len Corporation Bhd, the company's core business continued to run with minimal operation throughout the time of MCO and have resumed regular operations entering into the period of CMCO. The COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent consequences are treated as non-adjusting incidents for the financial year ended 31st December 2019 because no evidence provided, so only disclosure in notes to financial statement number 32 needed. Whereas for Rapid Synergy Bhd, also they treated the event as a non-adjusting event by the group. Hence, the group has just disclosed about this event in the notes to the financial statement. Instead, the company will be actively monitoring and manage its operation to respond and counter the changes caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The next event is the sale and purchase agreement. For Harn Len Corporation Bhd, they treated this event as a non-adjusting event because not yet complete. That occurs on 29 April 2019. The company wants to dispose part of the property based in the state of Pahang, Malaysia, along with an oil mill to an external party. For a total consideration around 183 billion ringgit, they entered into a sales and purchase agreement. Whereas for Rapid Synergy Bhd on 6 March 2020, which is after the end of reporting period for financial year 2019, the company has entered into sale and purchase agreement to dispose of 2 units of residential properties that have a total cash consideration amounted to 3,389 ringgit. The disposal of the residential properties were completed on 5th May 2020. This event is considered as a non-adjusting event. This is because the company entered into the sale and purchase agreement after the reporting period has ended.
Disclosure of MFRS 110. Availability of information. 4 out of the 6 companies that we have chosen have subsequent events of the reporting period in their annual report within the 2 years period that we have selected, which are the year 2018 and the year 2019. And among the 4 companies, there are a total of 12 subsequent events that have reported by them in their respective annual reports. So the slide shows that the event reported by each company will begin with Harn Len Corporation Bhd. For the year 2018, there are a total of 2 subsequent events reported by them, and also 2 subsequent events that are reported by them in the year 2019. We'll move on to Hubline Bhd. For the year 2018, there's a total of 3 events reported by them, and only 1 in the year 2019 that are reported by them in the annual report. So as for Rapid Synergy Bhd, for the year 2018, there's only 1 event reported and 2 for the following year 2019. And lastly, Rex Industry Bhd, there's only 1 subsequent event that are reported in their 2018 annual report and none in their 2019 annual report. So we'll move on to MFRS 110, events after the reporting period for adjusting event. The first event is the asset classified as held for sale. This is the only subsequent event reported that have been classified as an adjusting event by the 4 companies. It is reported by Harn Len Corporation Bhd in their 2019 annual report. The event details are as follows. On the 13th January 2020, Synergy Bhd, which is a subsidiary company for Harn Len Corporation, was authorized to dispose its trailer to a third party for a total consideration fee amounted to 850,000 ringgit. The said trailers was then classified as asset held for sale, and this transaction are completed on the March 12, 2020. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Syafiqah Adila binti Rahim. My metric number is 273437, and today I will be explaining about the quick ratio and also inventory efficiency ratio. Quick ratio is also known as acid test ratio, which is more inflexible than current ratio. It reviews the ability of company to make settlement of its current liabilities in a very short notice period. A higher value of this ratio shows a higher level of liquidity. Only 2 companies have good quick ratio, which are HeaveaBoard Bhd and also Rex Industry Bhd. HeaveaBoard Bhd has a quick ratio of 2.02 and 1.70 in 2018 and 2019 respectively, while Rex Industry Bhd has a quick ratio of 1.26 in 2018 and declines to 0.99 in 2019. Both companies are adequate and capable of handling their short-term debt. For the other 4 companies, Harn Len Corporation Bhd, Hubline Bhd, Wah Genting Bhd, and also Rapid Synergy Bhd have less than 1.0 quick ratio, which means that they have a problem in settling their short-term obligation. Inventory efficiency ratio is a measure of numbers of times inventory is used or sold in a time period. It is also a broader term which not only expresses time interval which is required for selling and converting raw materials into finished goods, but also effectively manage this process. All 6 companies show high inventory efficiency ratio in 2018 and 2019. Harn Len Corporation Bhd and also Hubline Bhd has the highest inventory efficiency ratio. All companies show a decline in 2019 except Rex Industry Bhd, which increases from 1.45 in 2018 to 1.81 in 2019. But all companies are capable in managing their inventories well and also does not have any issues with their sales.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm going to present the trade receivable days. Trade receivable days denote the number of pending on a customer's invoice until it is collected by the company. Trade receivable days also shows the ability of the company to collect cash from the customers in an opportune time. From all of the companies, Harn Len Corporation Bhd, Hubline Bhd, HeaveaBoard Bhd, and Industry Bhd shows a decreasing trend in year 2018 to 2019, which is good because this means the company will receive the payment faster in 2019 compared to 2018. This situation may indicate that the company has stepped up their strategies in order to collect cash from customers. Meanwhile, for Wah Genting Bhd and Synergy Bhd, this company shows an increasing trend in year 2018 to 2019, which means they took more time to receive payment in 2019 compared to 2018. This trade payables days. Trade payables days means the time taken for the company to pay back their creditors, which consists of suppliers, vendors, and financials. From all of the companies, we can see even though Synergy Bhd shows a decreasing trend in year 2018 to 2019, which is from 335 days to 433 days, but still, Synergy is one of the company that took the longest time to pay back their creditors because it is almost 1 year. This situation indicates that the company managed to optimize its cash flow by delaying spending money to pay the debts to their suppliers. Meanwhile, we can see that Industry Bhd took the shortest time to pay their creditors in year 2018 and year 2019 because they took less than a month.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to my respectful lecturer, Prof. Madia Dr. Noria. I am Nur Suraya binti Agustin, metric number 274039 from Group H Financial Accounting and Reporting 3. I will explain in brief the sales working capital ratio and working capital ratio. Firstly, the sales to working capital ratio can also be referred to as the working capital turnover. Generally, this ratio represents how efficient an entity or company manages and uses its working capital to generate sales. As shown in the diagram, the company with the highest sales to working capital ratio in 2018 was Wah Genting Bhd 46.75%, while HeaveaBoard Bhd had the highest at 38.79% in 2019. As for the company with the lowest sales to working capital ratio, Hubline Bhd had the lowest for 2018 and 2019, which is at -2.96% and -4.4% respectively. Companies with higher sales to working capital ratio are the companies that are managing their working capital properly, as they can utilize their working capital to generate sales. On the other hand, companies with lower sales to working capital ratio might not manage their working capital well. These companies use other elements of their businesses to generate sales such as inventories and receivables. Next is about working capital. When determining a company's ability to pay off its short-term obligations, working capital ratio can be used as a tool. As illustrated in the diagram, Industry Bhd had the highest working capital in 2018 and 2019. Meanwhile, Harn Len Corporation Bhd had the lowest working capital for both years. The company with a higher working capital ratio has the ability to settle its current liabilities by using its current asset. In contrast, the companies with lower working capital ratio will have trouble settling their short-term obligation by just using their current asset. Thank you.
In conclusion, our group has concluded that this project helps us fully comprehend the company's significant application and disclosure of MFRS 110, key audit matters, and working capital management ratio measurements. It cannot be denied that we also encountered several issues while preparing this project. Since there are so many kinds of subsequent events, we were having trouble interpreting MFRS 110, and we were confused with categorizing the types of events in the annual reports. Moreover, as there were so many working capital ratios, it is not easy to find the best way to compare 6 businesses in 2 years, as the working capital management ratios as a whole must be justified. Despite all these circumstances, our group has successfully finished and completed this project in a timely manner.